how do you find out if there's a connection? Tell me. How do you find that out? Please don't say by asking questions.
Just based off of her personality, based off of her mannerism.
No,
based off of.
Do you understand?
How many people remember Steve? Steve from the Man Mindset. Shout out to Steve. Steve was gracious enough to honor our invitation some few days ago. How many people remember Steve? So watch this video, okay? Gentlemen, I do this for you, okay? Watch this and let's talk about it really quickly very quickly, all right?
Understand women have
the
game.
things that she says.
Okay, because you're okay. What is one question you're asking her?
I mean, just anything in general. I mean, where do you see yourself? I mean, I'm not going to do like whole interviews.
No.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Fucking with me. You're gonna ask
Not
her
in the next 5 years.
No, and when?
I'm just going to be like, where do you see yourself in the next year or so?
Okay.
And then he changed it. Wait. Let me slow down.
Joke. Are you?
All right. Once you find yourself in a position where you have to start changing mouth. Once you find yourself, you have to start changing mouth. You're probably in the wrong. You probably need help. You probably need a coach at that point in time. At first, he said, where do you find yourself in 5 years? And then he changed it. Like he's going to change the question. If he said, where do you find yourself in 3 months? It's still a dumb question to ask on a date. Let me play it all over again.
Caller, how do you find out if there's a connection? Tell me. How do you find that out? Please don't say by asking questions.
Just based off of her personality, based off of her mannerism. Based off of.
Do you understand women have
the
game?
things that she says.
Okay, because you're okay. What is one question you're asking her?
I mean, just anything in general. I mean, where do you see yourself? I mean, I'm not going to
Where do you see her? And then he's trying to change it.
do like whole interviews.
Just say it. Right? Interview questions.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh yeah. If you wonder who Mr. Locario was, that's the other guy. I don't know who is darker, myself or him. I'm not sure. That's Locario next to Steve right there. If you're wondering who he is. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I'm guessing on a date. I'm sure there's more context around this video. I just found it, just what we came on. I thought it'd be interesting to give some of our brothers some of the examples of what not to ever do. Okay?
Are you fucking with me? You're gonna ask
Not
her
in the next 5 years.
No, and when?
I'm just going to be like, where do you
He
see
said not in the next 5 years.
yourself in the next year or so?
Okay.
And if
Tell me this is a joke. Are you serious? You're asking a fucking woman where does she see herself in 5 years?
Or
You're not gonna see her in 5 minutes. So why are you asking about 5 years?
Exactly. I think Locario is probably Jamaican. He's a Brooklyn boy. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Right? You're not even gonna see, like, again, there's when it comes to dating, relationships, marriage, even parenting, a lot of people just move from this place of fear. Everything is about fear and they're missing out on life. Okay. You will find out in the book, number one red flag that we push absolutely against. We try our best to push against that because I think a lot of people I think you've done enough work protecting yourself and you're not hurting yourself. You know how you try so hard to protect yourself, but you're not starting to hurt yourself. That's what's going on with dating right now.
What does 5 years have to do with anything?
So basically, you guys are saying, see, this is the thing. Some people are here to try and find a person to date. We're not running a prostitution ring.
All right, so this is the part where they try to separate dating from relationship and marriage. You will hear that a lot. Oh, it's different when it comes to relationship. It's different when it comes to marriage. You will hear that a lot. It's false, okay? Of course it's different, okay? Of course it's different, but not really when it comes to game, okay? Of course not really, okay? Of course, you're in a different context. Of course, there's commitment, extra level of commitment. But in terms of what is required of you to maintain, to keep it going, you better act like you're just dating for the first time. Even if you're 16 years into it, you better act like it. You know why? Because if you don't act like it, somebody else is willing to act like it to replace you. Right? Should you be fearful? No, you're not doing it for the other, but you're actually doing it for yourself. These are skill sets that you need everywhere else in life. So why wouldn't you stay on top of your game? Why would you do that, right? So he's trying to separate, like this is not somebody running a ring of prostitution, because once they start hearing people like Steve talk, they think he's trying to talk about just dating a bunch of women, right? A lot of them listen to him, they don't even listen long enough to know that he's been married for a long time. But there you have it. Let's keep going.
No. This is what you're not. This is what you're not getting. This is what you're not getting. Okay, so check this out. Check this out, caller. Right? If you're dating a woman, right? What type of woman do you want to be dating?
Somebody that's successful, not the type of woman that says, "Oh, you can take me home and fuck me after you pay for my Cheesecake Factory." I'm not interested in her.
He's not interested in anybody that would take to bed. I can even hear in the way he's talking. He's not interested in anybody who's going to take to bed immediately. Okay, hit that like button if you're just coming in. Thank you. Hit that like. He's not interested in anybody who's just going to take the Cheesecake Factory and they're ready to go to bed at night. They think because they don't want that they don't still need to have game. I get it. You want to do the lover boy thing. You want to date her for the next 3 months. Don't touch her. Another 6 months, don't touch her. None of that. You want to do it the church way, but you called it to a show where they're teaching you game. It's irrelevant. You could do whatever you want. You could go and find a virgin if you want. It's completely irrelevant. You still need game. You need to have social skills, and you better have something better than cookie cutter cut and dry formula, because it's not going to work for you. That's why those questions are terrible. They might work in a business environment where you're doing interviews for your next employee, but this is not the same thing. It's different. Okay, it's different. A lot of this has to go back to your self-confidence. That's the bottom line, right? Showing up like you are the prize, even though you're going to make the other person feel like they're the prize, right? Showing up like you are, Steve called it the opportunity, right? Even though it's part of your job to make the other person feel like they are the opportunity. With respect to gender roles, because we do have social construct that you also have to be aware of. Social skills, right? Remember?
What is success? What is her being successful do for your bottom line?
I mean,
Nothing.
Everything in general.
Are you a general guy, or are you? Are you in general
He repeated the general thing.
person, or are you an individual person that has individual needs, focuses, and direction that you're trying to go into?
Oh my God.
Let's say you have one woman who's a doctor and another one who's a bartender.
Yeah.
Who would you want to date?
Hey, I would go to, hey, I'll give you an example. Well, okay, what if
He just compared a bartender to a doctor, right? The next example is probably going to be a BMW to a Volkswagen. You know, the B2, the Japan from Nigeria.
doctor doesn't follow your instructions, but the bartender does? Who do you date?
Exactly.
I'm not going to date either one of them because I don't date
she's
bartenders.
Okay, so now, what do you need the doctor for? Because you obviously just said you're going to date the doctor, or saying you're going to. So what do you need the doctor for?
It's not that I need her. I'm saying it's just someone that I met.
I know, but what I'm saying is, why would you want the doctor over the bartender?
Just answer why.
Because it shows that she's able to be consistent. She's able to be responsible.
No. Wait,
Does that show that she's able to be consistent within the context of romantic relationships? Does that even show that? All right. I'm listening for the first time with you guys.
a bartender is not consistent and responsible?
Yeah, what makes her not consistent and responsible?
So can you imagine how this guy would treat a bartender, right?
I mean, come on. Typically, bartenders,
Is that typically bartenders or typically? I mean, come on.
Wait.
No, I know bartenders that's been bartenders for years. They come to work every time they need to be at work. You work hard and they pull in drinks and they doing what they do. So how is a bartender not consistent and responsible?
These are people that show up to work literally every day. They are salespeople. Some of them are the most skilled people in terms of life skills because they need to have people skills, right? Much more than a medical doctor a lot of times. It doesn't mean medical doctors don't have that. But oftentimes, a medical doctor can just read books and be good at what he does. I've met a few of them. Some of them are the nastiest when it comes to personality. But generally, bartenders, they need another level of skills that is not often taught in school, right? People skills, right? But you see how he just compared it like he's reading a textbook.
I wouldn't say, okay, fine, she's not 100% irresponsible. She's not going to be, I don't jive with her lifestyle.
Wait a second. How do you not know? Wait.
I don't jive with
you
his
would jive with her lifestyle if you were a man? Because success isn't how much money's in her fucking bank account, dumbass.
Ever. It's never about money. So why didn't you just give me my money? Exactly. I knew you would say something lame like that. Right? Money follows value, not the other way around. All right? And oftentimes there's so many other layers to when it comes to value in life than just getting stuck on money, right?
Success is how she follows fucking instruction. I just told you the doctor doesn't follow your instructions. The bartender does. Why wouldn't you be with the woman that's going to follow your instructions?
So you're not wanting.
He doesn't want either, because one is won't follow instruction. The bartender is not up to his standard.
A woman that does her own thing, she has to be this obedient slave to whatever she says.
Nigga, okay, check this out, caller. Check this out. Okay. So if you are, because remember, you're talking about dating, and I'm sure you probably want to get married and have a woman in your life, right?
At some point, yeah.
Okay, now, do you care about whether that woman lives or dies?
He's judging a girl on her paperwork, her degrees, not what she does for him willingly. Good point.
I mean, yeah.
Right. So now let's say you're in a restaurant and you come into the restaurant and then you tell your woman to duck. And then she says to you, why I got to duck for? Why are you telling me to duck? What's wrong? Would you rather her do that or do you want her to fucking duck?
Bottom line.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we're making up wizard stories.
No. Because
they can't, like, so if you're asking somebody, does he want someone who can follow instructions? He can't follow instructions, so it's no wonder why he would think we need someone that can follow instructions. I just need a doctor, right? All right, so maybe that's a stretch too. I'm just going by his vibes. There's nobody that's going to follow this man, obviously. That's why he's calling into this show.
Somebody's coming into the restaurant with a fucking shotgun. You tell your woman to duck. Do you want her to duck or not?
Yeah, I mean,
that's literally what instruction means. Right?
Any woman that I've ever dated, she's never been.
He can't answer a simple question.
And like combatant and like.
No, you said, oh, why do you want this woman to be obedient? That's obedient. Listen to what the fuck I'm saying, because I'm telling you to duck so you don't get shot in the head. But you don't want that. You want a chick to just be doing her own thing and whatever, and it don't matter, right?
And this is why you're losing, and it's why you're a loser. You want the doctor because the bitch, what? Because she goes to medical school? What makes the bitch so special that she's a doctor? Tell me, what makes her so special?
So you think that a person...
He answers with a question. This guy must be a Nigerian. They said Nigerian people always answer questions with a question. Is that true? Or maybe it's a stereotype? I mean, I do people. Maybe it's evil people. There's somebody that they said they always answer questions with a question.
That's able to get accepted to a medical school and become a licensed resident physician.
That's an I do.
Nothing special. She's just an average slow loser.
Can a crazy...
Some people think if you go through medical school, you must be anybody can go to medical school. And I'm not trying to water down. That's a lot of work that people do to go through medical school. That's a lot of work. Okay, but if you can stay long enough reading books and passing exams, I think you can go to medical school, right? The problem that majority of people across the board, either bartender or doctors, are struggling with is personal relationships, right? Dating, relationships, marriage, parenting. These are the things that is the real culprit here, right? And these are the things that are often very difficult to teach in school because it requires a little bit more than logical. You need to get into psychological level to understand the game in that. And that's why a lot of people struggle with that. But
you fucked up woman be a doctor? That's what she fucking...
Maybe 0.0001%.
No, because they're doctors.
0.0001%.
Do some fucked up shit. That's her job, is what she does. That's not who she is, dumb fuck. Your job does not define you. That's something.
The job, he said that when I was here, your job does not define you. There's more to these conversations we're having than somebody being able to read a book, than somebody being able to sustain reading books longer than other people, than somebody being able to see blood, cutting people up, whatever it goes into being a doctor, lawyer. This thing that we're talking about, as you can see, is a lot more complicated. It requires a lot more than just the ability to learn textbook topics. All right, that's what he's trying to say.
You do to pay bills,
right? She could be a doctor and be a fucking asshole.
You could be a fucked up.
Didn't I say that earlier? And justify being an asshole.
So what?
With books.
What is because she's a doctor got to do with the fact she might be emotionally broken and fucked up?
Exactly. So here we go. There you have it. You have men.
So you're saying if you had two women that were identical,
yes,
you would take a bartender over a doctor?
Okay.
The one
that's not what they said. But let me not make a no jump, right? But I don't think that's what they're saying.
Follows the lead, bro.
Instruction. If the doctor doesn't...
The comparison was stupid in the first place. That's the point.
Doesn't follow my instructions, and the bartender...
If they both followed your instructions, which one would you take?
I have them...
It doesn't freak... It's like life is not binary. It's just stupid. The question is still stupid.
Both.
I have them both, exactly.
They have them both. They have them both. Right?
Which one would I pick? I would have them both because they would want.
He still doesn't get the point.
They would want me to have them, even though I have somebody else, because I'm not you, and they will take a picture of me over a whole.
It's not about them.
Of you. That's what you don't understand, man.
So you don't think women's attention spans are very short, and they're gonna be over like
making it about women?
I don't think women are just dwelling around at home going, oh, that man, he was so not needy and he was such an asshole.
Oh, that man is such a needy. Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God, let me call him. Dude, they're off to the next thing.
Wait a second.
He's all over the place. I thought this was going to be shorter. This was a short. Jesus Christ.
Listen to what we're saying, caller. We do everything we can. Listen to me. I know this is gonna fucking ting your pussy. We do everything we can to make them go to the next guy.
Right.
Go to the next guy. Date the next guy. Be with the next guy. And they say no.
Mm-hmm.
Caller, have you ever hung up on a woman in mid-sentence?
Nope.
Yes.
What happened?
She called right back.
Oh, wait a second. So why did she just move on to the next guy?
Exactly. Why is it not that simple? She just move on to the next guy.
Huh?
Is that how simple it is? You hang up on person, you reject the person, they just go on to the next person. Is that how simple it is? I bet you a doctor think it's that simple. Not all doctors, the lame ones. right? Once you reject a person, you just move on. I don't care how strong you are. Rejection hurts. Rejection breeds obsession. Of course, she called back. Of course.
I mean, dude, come on! You're talking to a girl that you've been in a relationship with 2 years.
It doesn't matter.
I'm talking about people that you're meeting after
it
1 week.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
It doesn't matter.
It's day one and the motherfucker call me back because I'm not you.
By the way, I don't agree with everything Steve and Locario say. I don't. It's just so happen to be. If I find one that I disagree with, I'll let you know. I don't agree with everything they say. But when it comes to this thing, when it comes to psychological part of these things that we keep talking about every day, I tend to be on the same page with them. Okay? I tend to be. But let's keep going.
You got the balls to do what you don't want to do. See, you're looking at her. You're looking at what she does to define who she is. Says the guy that where do you see yourself in a year? No fucking man talks like that.
Yeah. Gentlemen, we gotta get it together. No, I think it's got my commentary too. It made it a little longer, you know. Let me see. The chats, yeah, he changes his mouth because he's not sure of himself. Usually men that call into that show, unless they're a guest or they're invited, they are usually men that they are not sure of themselves, which there's nothing wrong with. It's just that you have to be open to learning too, right? He's looking for who makes more money. Yeah. Yep. All right, so let me see here 1 second. I just wanted to see, I think there was some comments there that I wanted to assess really quickly. Let's see. There you go. Okay. Yep, somebody else said in the comment he wants a sugar mama. Respect. This was a masterclass. Steve's bars went over his head. Bro, this was painful to witness, but necessary. He thinks the doctor is going to take care of him and the bartender is going to get him drunk. Exactly. He's going to get a girlfriend and wife taken in the future. Yep, because one is supposed to be a doctor and stay there forever, right? Isn't that how that works? The caller sounds dumb as F. He's putting the doctor on a pedestal. Watch how he call again when he gets played by her. Yeah. It's not about what people do. That's the point in all of this. And the caption here says, learn the right way to attract women. I think this was I think it truly was a masterclass, if anybody was paying attention. But yes, no is a no. No means no, right? That's what has been trendy on Nigeria Twitter. Let's get into it. I'll be right back. Beautiful girl, spoiling beautiful girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.